are very much sexually confused. There's a reason why the rates of STIs are so high in the Black community, and it's largely because of Black men. This even transcends into the LGBTQ community, where they tend to drag their trash bags and their irresponsible sexual behaviors over there as well. And so, look, when I hear, that the LGBTQ kitten had another slip, I'm like, well, no, these are not slips. These aren't slips. This is a man who really wants y'all to know where he stands. And I don't get it.
Agree with what he does and what he says. Take that shit somewhere else. Because you are anti-Black manosphere. You are actually anti-Black man. You see? Because, see, what y'all are really promoting is y'all are promoting to get rid of a certain type of male, a certain type of Black male. You see, this is why y'all had an onslaught about Pookie and Ray Ray. This is why y'all still talk about Pookie and Ray Ray. You see? When y'all are sitting over there being a bunch of Pookies. Y'all, Kevin Samuels himself is a Pookie. He's a Pookie. What college did he graduate from? Where's his college degree? He don't have one. He was making $800 a month with his wife. He never worked in corporate America. He lied about who the fuck he was. That's Pookie shit. Lie to get accepted. That's Pookie shit. He never accomplished nothing until he got to YouTube. That's Pookie shit. But what y'all are actually trying to phase out is y'all are trying to phase out traditional masculinity, which is heterosexuality. And as I said before, I don't have a problem with your sexual preference. Y'all the ones with the problem with the men who choose not to live that lifestyle. This is why y'all separated the Black manosphere. This is why when the A-Game family came to the Black manosphere and tried to unite the brothers didn't want to be united. And it is because not only of ideological differences, but now I'm starting to see it's because y'all guys have a different sexual preference. And if you are for this space, you are supposed to be anti that. Because this space was not built by homosexual men. This space was not popularized by homosexual Black men. So this space will not be carried by homosexual Black men. Not on my watch. And not on the men's watch that are like me. Shout out to all you brothers. We not gonna name no names, but salute to y'all. Because at the end of the day, Black men, if we don't stand for our biology trying to be changed through social constructs and norms or things that they call normal now. This is why I say, brothers, this is a spiritual war. This is a spiritual war. They are attacking the biology of Black men through this social construct called the high value man. And it's sad that a Black man has to be the face of this shit. I told y'all about these Black saboteurs and what they're actually here to do to Black men. So it's either you get down or you lay down with those guys. But those are the same guys who claim to be bullied. Those are the same guys that claim to not have any rights. But this is why, black men, we should stand against Kevin Samuels' current statements. What are these statements? Let's listen to it one more time.
You just start advocating for men who want to be with men.
Hi, you guys. So I just wanted to come and touch on the whole Kevin Samuels promoting same-sex relationships, right? Excuse me, in particular, man on man, right? Based on his statement that you can hear that he said. My thing is, I feel that he went to the Black Manosphere like a lot of people do who come to YouTube. They try to network with other YouTubers to introduce themselves to a new audience and vice versa, right? They're like, in a way, like saying that they're helping each other out by holding these panels and holding these discussions and conversations. And I think he went to the Black Manosphere in hopes of getting his name out there. And unfortunately for them, he was the one who ended up blowing up out of that group, right? And so, but I think that, like I stated before, a lot of people that are following Kevin Samuels are not who people think they are. I won't even get off into what I said before, but I think people would be surprised if they really saw who was truly following him. And anybody can put a picture up and pretend like they're somebody that they're not. We all understand that. I think that just based on all of the rhetoric and the nonsense, it definitely speaks to the isms, the isms that people fall under, and that's who's following him. The racism, the sexism, all of it, the colorism. And I think some people thought maybe he was trying to push, rich black men only go after this woman, and so that excited a certain group of people. And the fact that he's hateful towards black women, that excited a group of people. He definitely gives off a feminine side as well, even though they're screaming that they're alpha men over at the Black Manosphere, but then they're running around like groupies on women's pages, going in and going off if you say something about this grown man, right? So all of it kind of speaks for them itself. People who are into this stan culture today are usually LGBT kids, right? Where they go around as the Beehive, the Navy, the Barbs, or whomever. A lot of them are those kids. And so when you see that type of behavior being transferred into his platform, it kind of speaks for itself. He was always giving away what was really going on, just like Cynthia is saying. The hints were always there. The fact that he sat on that platform with the non-black woman and said that he could live in a world where there are no women. So in other words, even though you're on some pedestal, we don't really need you. We don't need any woman. And I would be okay with that. And so for a straight man to say that speaks volumes. And I've said that before. So yeah, he's been dropping hints the entire time, even going back to his high school statement in his yearbook about him being unique. And we've already touched on the fact that both of his wives just happened to make more money than him at the time. And so he probably was, there for the opportunity of someone helping him out, right? And then, when they just couldn't take it anymore, they probably, and that's why he's so bitter towards women. That's one of the reasons that he's bitter as well, is because of that fact. And probably they just got tired of footing the bills for him. For them, excuse me. I don't know. it's interesting. I'm waiting to see what O'Shea Duke Jackson is going to do on all of this, because he is one of the stands that run behind Kevin Samuels. And so I'm kind of curious, is he going to come forward with some revelation as well? I mean, it sounds as if the sheep guy here that I'm playing, and I'll put his information in the description. I don't remember what his name. I think it's Sheep TV, or Wake Up Sheep, or whatever it is. Sorry, a motorcycle is going by. You know, it sounds as if some of the guys are not okay with what Kevin Samuels stand is trying to now push as an agenda and what he stands for. So I'm curious to see how all of that's going to play out. Obviously, Kevin do not need to go and sit on their pay, so they may quietly part ways. I'm not sure. I'm just curious to see how all that's going to play out, even though I don't really follow any of those guys. I do want to hear what O'Shea Duke Jackson has to say, because he spent a lot of time pushing Kevin Samuels. And so if that's not his agenda as well, then you know, I wonder how he's going to handle that news. But let me know what you guys think about all of this. Like I said, I'm not surprised. I've been saying this the entire time about him. And it's not that anyone cares that he is. It's the fact that he went to, like the sheep guy is saying in his commentary, he went to these guys pretending that he was something that he's not. And so, you know, they screaming all this alpha stuff, and women need to, you know, walk 3 steps behind them, and all this nonsense that they talk. And now he's trying to pretty much get into bed with them, or, you know, with the highest value one anyway. But it's kind of funny. It's kind of interesting, you know, as well. So I'm just curious to see how that's going to play out. I think they'll just quietly part ways, because I don't think the guys will, you know, just to stay on the politically correct side, I think that they're just going to part ways. And I don't really think Kevin is like on going and doing shows and stuff with them anyway. But let me know in the comments, what do you guys think about all of this? And do you think that it's possible for a straight man to just all of a sudden, because they're so discouraged by women, decide that they want to go into a same-sex relationship? Let me know in the comments, how do you feel about that? Do you think that's possible, or do you think these men have always had these feelings or urges anyway, or maybe they are living that way? Maybe they have a wife in one city and then they go into Atlanta or some of these other cities and have a completely different lifestyle. Let me know, what do you think in the comments? Because I do feel like most of the, like I said already, most of the people that's following Kevin Samuels is not who people think they are anyway. But I digress. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. You know, what do you think about this guy from the Black Manosphere making his statement? He sounds a little concerned about Kevin putting that statement out there. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.